Hello everybody and welcome back to my San Jose Sharks NHL 24 franchise mode. We're in episode 3 and in this episode we're going to be doing the off season and maybe a month of simulating. So we left off right before the draft, and one thing I forgot to do in the last video just right off the bat, we know Eklund jumped up to an 86, but we forgot to check if he has X factors now. So let's go ahead and look at that. Okay, so no X factors yet. Hopefully with that preseason jump that he'll get some X factors, but other than that, let's take a look at our draft class and just remind ourselves what we want to do here. So we finished with the 6th worst record in the league, but then we got bumped down to 7th in the draft lottery. So what I want to do is try and move into the top 3 so we can get one of these 3 defensemen. Ideally, we can move up to the first pick and get this offensive defenseman, because two-way defensemen are pretty abundant, offensive defensemen not so much. But I'd be happy with any of these guys. They're all NHL already, except for Sam Dickinson, but he's only 1 year out. We have Eklund as our center, and this would give us our defenseman of the future because we don't really have any crazy good defensive prospects. So our assets to trade up are most likely going to be Granlund and Hoffman because they took jumps and they both are going to have 1 year left on their deals. Let me just show you. Yeah, so Granlund jumped from an 82 to an 84, and he's got 1 year left at 5 mil. We can retain half that and move him, and then we signed Hoffman to a 1 year, $1 million extension, and he jumped from an 80, I believe, to an 83. So he's going to have some trade value as well. All right. So let's jump right into the draft and then see what we can do. Oh, actually, before we do that, let's take a look at the awards. I forgot to do that last video as well. So obviously Tampa won the cup and they got the President's Trophy. It was Seattle versus Tampa in the finals. Look at that. Tampa Bay Lightning. Just all over the place. Art Ross went to Braden Point. Hart went to Braden Point. James Norris went to Carlson back-to-back years. Lady Bing went to Kucherov. Bedard got the Calder, no surprise there. Stamkos got the Conn Smythe. Vesna went to Sorokin. William Jennings went to Gustafsson and Minnesota. Bill Masterton went to Mark Stahl. Jack Adams went to the Anaheim Ducks head coach. O'Reilly got the Frank J. Silke Award. Ted Lindsay went to Braden Point. And then Maurice Richard went to Score Caulfield. What kind of season did he have? Let's take a look. Wow, 112 points for Suzuki, 55 goals for Cole Caulfield, and he's up to a 91 now. Yeah, Montreal looks like they're going to be a scary team. Good thing they're in the other conference. And Gallagher had a really good season as well. Yeah, this team looks like it's going to be pretty good. Defensively is their weakness. Who do they have in net? It's still Jake Allen and Montembeault. Yeah, so they need defensemen and goaltending, but their offensive core looks solid. Alright, enough of that. Now let's head into the draft. Alright, so here we are in the draft. And this is unfortunate, because looking at these top 4 picks, none of these teams want to move those picks. Damn. I think the trade that would make the most sense is the Kings. They're probably the closest to contending out of these teams. Third overall. So obviously we're going to have to add in our first. Like, I'm not going to try and force a trade through. But if we can do something, it would be helpful. We also have the 13th overall pick. Okay. Do they want either of the guys that we want to move? They do not. Yeah, and a trade to the Predators, Coyotes, or Blackhawks doesn't make sense because those are teams in a similar situation to us trying to rebuild. And I don't want to move up to 5. You know what? Let's sim to pick 4, and if one of those defensemen is still available, I'm going to try and trade for this number 5 pick. So that offensive defenseman goes to Arizona, 78 overall. Lindback goes to the Predators to get another, I think, Swedish defenseman. I believe he's Swedish. I can't check from here. Who do the Kings take? Baron Catton. Is it? No, it's Berkeley Catton. Sorry. Please do not take the third defenseman. Please don't take the third defenseman. And they took the third defenseman. Okay, so we're just going to have to stick with the picks we have, but I am going to offload Granlund, Hoffman, and Vlasic. Alright, so let's start with Vlasic. We're not going to get much for him, but let's try him move him. Anaheim's willing to give us a 5th. I'm just going for picks here. Yeah, I'm not going to dump him on any of those contending teams. Anaheim makes the most sense. They're a rebuilding team. Could use a veteran. It'll help them hit the cap floor. Yeah, this one's the one that makes the most sense. So, Marc-Edouard Vlasic, thanks for your time with the San Jose Sharks. 1,300 games played, all with this organization, but it's time to move on. Alright. So, with Vlasic and Couture gone, that gets rid of most of the old guard. The only player left from there, I'd say, would be Thomas Hertl. Alright. Now we got that out of the way. Let's move Hoffman as well. See what we can get for him. 2/3. A second. The second from Vegas makes sense. That bottom, medium bottom 6 only has 1 year left, so we can just let him go when we get to the re-sign period. So I'm just going to accept this right off the bat. They're going to get a solid bottom 6 scorer at $1 million for a season. For a contending team that's solid. And then Granlund, let's see. A second and a third from Buffalo. Same thing from Carolina and Dallas. Okay. 57th overall. 56th and 55th. You know what? I'm going to take this one from the Dallas Stars. You know what? I'm going to try something out here. I'm going to retain half of Granlund's salary because we can definitely afford it. Look at that cap space. He's only got 1 more year left. And I'm going to see if I can upgrade this 3rd round into another 2nd round pick. Oh, it's going to have to be further down the line over here. Would they go for that? Yep, there we go. Alright, so that's it for our vets. Anything else we can do here? We can try moving Benning, but yeah, he won't get us much and he can help us out in the rebuild. Nico Sturm. He's got decent trade value. Oh, just kick me out. You know what? No, we can keep him, and I think that's it for the trades at the draft. Let's just sim to our pick. Alright, so it looks like we're going to get a Ginla. So, from what we can see, his chemistry isn't going to fit next to Eklund, but it's only 2 bars of what we have uncovered. Hopefully he fits. So, let's make that pick. He's only 70 overall, so he's going to be at least a year or 2 out, maybe 3. What kind of season did he have last year? 79 points, 68 games, 2-way forward. Yeah, his shooting category is already up there, same with his skating. Yeah. Alright, so that's going to be our pick of the future, and now let's sim to pick 13. Who got taken? Tanner House, 72 overall, Yurchek, Bromiak, Richie, Greentree. Alright. Who do we have available here at 13? Kivi Harju, 1 year. I do want to take a defenseman. I'm going to take a look at these forwards just to see what they are. No. He's got an X factor potentially. 2 years out. Fennec 3 years out. Muse 1 year out. Offensive defenseman. Similar to Mark Edward Vlasic, so that would be the replacement right there. Okay, who's this? A Basha guy? Kamisa. Any late first round steals? Doesn't look like it. Yakimchuk might be something. Nah, you know what? It's gonna be between Kivi Harju and Muse. Let me see. Weakness is physical and defense. He's more well-rounded. Smaller defenseman. You know what? I'm gonna go with Kivi Harju. He's ranked higher up for a reason. So let's go with him. 72 overall. Alright, let's see what Muse was. Or is. See what we missed out on. Muse. 72 overall as well. He didn't have the X factor. Okay. Well, we made the pick we made. We're going to have to stick with it. So that's our defenseman of the future right there. Hopefully. I would still like to get at least an elite defenseman at some point in the next couple drafts, but we'll work with what we have. Alright, let's sim to our next pick. Oh, trade offer. Guess not. Okay, what do we have here? Seether, 3 years out, medium top 6. Ooh, 1 year out, two-way defenseman. Everything is at least B minus. Or do I want to take a chance with the Yakimchuk? He's 2 years out. Do I want to take that chance? Two years out. Anything else down here? Oh, it doesn't look like it. You know what? I'm going to go with what we have uncovered instead of taking this chance. So we get another defenseman, two-way defenseman, 1 year out. 72 overall two-way defenseman. So same thing as our 13th pick, Kivi Harju. Alright, 6'4", 206, big boy. Alright, let's see what Yakimchuk is. To see if we missed out on anything special. Still hasn't been taken. Wow. There it is. 70 overall. Okay, so we made the better pick there. Alright. Let's go to the next one. We have the 40th overall pick. There's nothing that's solid uncovered. We have this low top 6. 3 years out. Another one. This is a power forward. Oh, he has the gem attached to him. When's our next pick? Okay, we can grab him at a different pick. Alright, so you know what? I'm going to take a chance on this Danford guy. He's another defenseman. Medium top 6. Not ideal. Okay. No thank you. Did we miss out on anything special? Doesn't look like it. Alright. Okay. We have another pick in the second round. Wow, 4 picks in the second round. These guys look like they could be brothers. So it just caught me off guard. I thought it was the same picture twice. Okay, let's make our pick. Morelli. 3 years out. Thomas Lavoie. Oh. If there's 3 there, there's a good chance he actually has one of them. It's another defenseman though. If we've already taken 3 of them. You know what? I'm gonna see a better option. I'm gonna go with it. Hopefully it hits. Medium top 6 again. And no X factors. Damn. That was a miss on my end. No, thank you. Yeah, this draft doesn't have a lot of like deep prospects at all. When's our next pick? 100. Okay, so now we want to take that gem guy. That was at 76. Braden Girardi. 3 years out, medium top 6, 2-way forward. Welcome to the San Jose Sharks. Alright, that's about what I was expecting. Mid-60s. Alright. And our next pick's in the 4th round, I believe. Yep. Ooh. We could sign and flip Fleury. You know what? I'm going to make that trade. And then I'm going to sign Fleury to a 1-year deal and flip him when we get to free agency. We could probably get a solid pick out of him because he still has his X factors. Okay, at this point I'm just going to sort by potential. Yeah, see, there's nothing special left. Let's take a chance on this goalie. 6'1", 182 pounds, 18 years old. Nolan Burke. Yeah, let's take a chance on him. Fringe starter. Nothing there. Let's sort by potential again. And sure, let's take Caedmon Emerson. Caedmon Emerson. 6'1", 195 pounds. Could be a sniper. Let's go for it. Ooh, that hit. Okay. That's a solid pickup in the late rounds. He might not turn out to be anything, but he could just be trade bait and he's a sniper, so you never know. Okay, let's keep going. Yeah, so there's nothing left. I'm just going to take, I guess this is the best option here. Kenneth Robbins, medium 7th. How many more picks do we have? I might just simulate the rest of the picks. We have 2 more picks. Why not? I'll take them. Okay, let's take a complete chance on our guys. Scout recommended players are these 3. We have Ivan Malikov, 5'10", 180 pounds. Nicholas Keeping, 6', 176. And Topi Vuori. You know what? I'm going to go for this Keeping guy. 17 years old. Let's see what he is. Medium bottom 6. We got 1 more pick. Any scout recommendations at all? Nope, nothing. Alright, let's just see what's here. 17 years old. Yeah, this Ed Modano guy, or Modano, 17 years old. 2 goals in 29 games in the US West. Yeah, let's take a chance on him. Medium bottom 6. Okay, so nothing there. Alright, so that does it for the draft. Not the best of drafts. We got Iginla up top, and then we got Kiviharju and Jilson as our defensemen. And then Braden Girardi was our late round pickup. And then we had, I think it was Emerson. That was the sniper. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to just let these scouts go because I'm going to sign better ones in free agency. Byzantine. Samuelson. Okay. So let's sign Fleury to that 1-year deal. We'll give you exactly what you want. And we'll move him to a contending team. Makaniemi. You know what? Let's give him 2 years. And actually, no, he wants 1.05. You know what? Let's give him that 1-year deal. I'm going to let these 2 guys go. Yeah, sure. Let's give Dermot an extension. Well, let's go 4 years. 1.75. That makes sense. We can. That's an easily movable contract. That's not a problem. Let's qualify. Tune in. 2.75. We qualified him at 2.75. Let's try and get him to sign 4 years at 1.5. Zadina. You know what? Let's go 3 years, 1 million on a one-way deal. Carpenter, I'm gonna let go. He's 33 years old. Not worth it. Peterson will keep for depth. 3-year deal. Simic, you can go. Bordalo. Sign to that 2-year, 975 two-way deal. Hopefully he can jump up into the NHL next year. Count. Yeah, let's give him that 3 years. And that'll walk him right to UFA, and we'll see what he is at that point. Sitchek. No, he wants a one-way deal. I'm going to let him go. Only medium 7th defenseman potential. He can go. Okay. Okotiuk. Sure, we'll give you that 1-year deal. Thrun. I'm going to qualify you. Emberson. 1 year, 950,000. That works. I'm gonna let this guy go. Justin Bailey can go. And this is the guy we got in the trade. We can move him as well. He can go. Okay. Let me make sure I'm not missing anyone. Oh, let's sign our prospects as well. Okay, I'm gonna play these guys in the AHL. So let's give them their contracts. I'm gonna sign a Ginla, but he's gonna go back to the CHL next year. I think he plays in the WHL. Yeah, Kelowna Rockets. Yeah, we can give him a contract as well. Cagnoni. Girardi, you can stay in the US for another year, and then we'll sign you next year. Anyone else? Emerson as well, you can stay down there. Okay, that should be everyone. Let's simulate a day and see who signs. Fleury renewed. Okay, Dermot wants more money. Okay, Kunin signed that 4-year 1.5 mil. Alright, so everyone except Dermot signed. Let me make sure Kunin was that 1.5 and not the 2.75. Oh, he signed the qualifying offer. Yeah, that was a mistake on my end. I should have offered the other contract first. Whatever. We have the cap space for this year. It's not an issue. Okay, let's sign Dermot. So he wants more money. 1.75 wasn't enough. Well, let's just give him the 1.9. We have the cap space, so it's not an issue. Alright, let's simulate ahead. He wants more than that. You know what? Might just have to let him go. Yeah. Okay. So let's simulate a free agency and see what's available. Alright, so Henry Thrun, the medium top 6 guy that we qualified, he took the qualifying offer as well for a year. So he's back. First things first, let's find our coach for William Eklund. So, Eklund, chemistry-wise, is carry, shoot, efficient, balanced. So that's what we want on the first line. So, let's take a look at what's available in terms of coaches. Carry, shoot, efficient, balanced. Rosehill. Carry, cycle, efficient, don't block. Ooh. I think this might be our guy here, Roloff. What style of coach is he? Forward coach. Let's see if any of these other guys fit as well. He doesn't. Yeah, Roloff is a perfect fit. So I think this, two other teams are going for him. You know what? I'm going to max out the contract offer because we are playing with the budget off. So it's not really an issue. So I'll max it out. Hopefully we can get him. We need to sign some scouts as well. Damn, only one good scout here. You know what? I'll give him the contract. Her, Pamela Lyon. And then we needed an NHL scout as well. NHL Central specifically. Jocelyn Street, welcome to the team. Okay. Alright, so we're probably going to have this scout here, Pamela Lyon in the WHL. Or the Q, and we'll move the Q scout over to the W. And we need one European scout as well. Just sign someone who's decent in all the leagues. There we go, Vicky Stumple. Welcome to the team. Alright, now let's look at what's available in free agency. Chandler Stevenson, Tyler Toffoli right off the bat. Actually, you know what? Let's move Fleury. Let's move Fleury to a team that needs a goalie and is contending. The Sabres. No, let's move to a better situation than that. Not Chicago. LA. That could be interesting. They need a goalie. What's their roster looking like? Dowdy, Anderson. Could be better. No, they're listed as a seller. Oh, Montreal. We could send him home, have him retire there. They do need a goalie. It would, yeah, it's a good fit. And we can take Montembeau's contract off their hands. That'll help us reach the cap floor. And what kind of pick can we get back? Let's try for that second rounder because we're taking a bad contract back. Let's offer that and see if it goes through. Nope. Do they want to give up their second rounder next year? No, and it has more value. Let's try this low value Pittsburgh. No. Okay, so we're gonna get a third round out of it then. So your third rounder next year. There we go. Okay, so we sent Fleury to the Montreal Canadiens. He's most likely going to finish out his career there. They needed a goalie, and they got one. Hopefully that'll help their young guys contend. Alright. And we got a goalie, NHL goalie for next year as well. So, unless Tarasov makes a jump, like, see, he got brought down to a minor starting goalie as his role. Unless he makes a jump, that's going to be our AHL tandem, and this is our NHL tandem for next year. If our team's looking good, we can try and trade for a better goalie. But for now, that's fine. We're gonna see if there's any prospect goalies available, because we have literally nothing in the system. Medium starter, 21 years old. You know what? Let's sign this guy. What is it? Noah Quap? Nikita Quap. Or Quap. Let's give him $850. 3-year deal. Okay. And what does our roster need? Okay, in terms of defensemen, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay, you know what? We have these 5 for sure, up to Burrows. I'm hoping these two jump up to 78s, and we can use them in the NHL next year. If not, I can just make some trades for bad contracts at the beginning of the year. But for now, that should be fine in terms of defensemen. Let's take a look at forwards. Okay, so Hurdle, Eklund, Duclair. So Eklund, Duclair, Marcelli are probably going to be our first line next year. Hurdle, Barabanov, and maybe Zetterlund on the second line, and then it's just going to drop off after that. I'm hoping Borderlo can jump into the NHL next year. Hopefully he's like a 79, 80 overall. But looking at the AHL, yeah, we're gonna need some AHL depth guys for sure. Yeah, let me go ahead and sign a few AHL guys. Let me see if there's any young NHL guys we could get as well. Let's take a look at the forwards. Chandler Stevenson. Daniel Sprong. Forward line 2 sniper. That would be with our old coach. So he would fit with Eklund. No, we already have Duclair there as a sniper. Don't need that. Beauvillier. Forward line 1, 2-way forward. You know what, we need to hit the cap floor, so we're gonna need to sign a couple guys like this. You know what, yeah. Let's sign Beauvillier. Let's give him 6 years, 5.5. We can slot him in beside Hurdle and Barabanov. Yeah, I just realized we have to get to the cap floor. That's going to be an issue. Are there any defensemen? Gustav Forsling could be interesting. All defensive pairings. You know what, let's take a chance on Forsling. He wants 3 years. So if we need to move him, it's not impossible. Let's go 3 years, 5 million, 5.5. Let's give him the same as Beauvillier. That should take us to about 21 million or 20.5. So let's try and sign one more guy like that. Let's have it be a forward. What was this? Novak. Thomas Novak. 75 face-offs. No. Kubalik. Forward line 3. Only wants 4 years. Okay, that could be interesting. I'll come back to that. Olofsson wants 5 years at 5.5. I'm not going to give him that. Okay, I think Kubalik is the one that makes sense. Yeah, let's go after Kubalik. He wants 4 years. Let's try and bring him down to 2. And then give him 6.25 to compensate. That would be way easier to move. We can retain salary on that if we need to. Okay, those are NHL signings. Let's see if there's any prospect guys we can sign. Nothing really. I'm gonna sign Heponiemi. It's 25. Who knows? 1.25. 1.5. Let's go all the way to 1.5. We have plenty of cap space. And the same thing with Bemstrom. He's 80 years old, 25. I mean, 80 overall, 25 years old. 80 years old, Jesus. Sniper, so might turn into something. Let's give him 1.5 as well. Okay. Any high top 9s down here? Doesn't look like it. Okay. But those are the guys we're going to go after for now. Let's simulate ahead. Damn, the head coach went to St. Louis instead. Okay, so we got to look for a new head coach. We got the scouts we needed. Yep, up to 20 out of 20. I think it was Bemstrom that just re-signed, or just signed. Oh, that's a real blow. That coach was a perfect fit. Oh my god. You know what? This coach is only a B, but he's a perfect fit, and we're in a rebuilding year. You know what? In the short term, it could work, and then we can move him to the assistant coach if we want. Once we start to contend, or maybe his overall goes up. We never know. You know what? Yeah, let's go with him. Lessard. Okay, Bemstrom signed. Heponiemi signed. Okay, Lessard signed on. Okay, so we got the chemistry fit, but not the ideal coach. Beauvillier signed, Forsling signed, and Kubalik signed. Alright, we want to have less than 15 mil in cap space, so we got to sign another guy. Because we need to hit the cap floor. Oh, he's an RFA, a UFA. Okay. Look for a guy that wants a 1-year deal. Easy to move. Warren Fogle. Yep, that makes sense. 1 year at $4 million. That would be easy to move before the draft. And who knows, maybe he'll be a fit with one of our lines. There it is. Okay. So I'm going to simulate to the start of next season. I don't think I'm going to simulate any games in this video. No thank you. But let's take a look at what this team's like. I don't want Weidman. Alright, so last video we traded Couture, who was our captain. And we didn't assign a new one. But I think the choice is obvious here. Hurdle's been here the longest. He's an elite center still. He's the one that makes the most sense. We can make Eklund the captain once he gets a bit older and Hurdle starts to drop off a bit, but for now I think Hurdle's going to take the reins as captain and lead us through this rebuild. Okay. Let's look at roster moves. Okay, oh, Tarasov's up to an 82. Oh, he might actually turn into something for us. Okay, so we're going to have to move Montebo or Blackwood. You know what? I don't want to give Tarasov too many games, so having the 82 overall there would be a tandem. Yeah, so I think Montebo needs to be dumped. Defenseman, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then, okay, both of these guys jumped to 78 like I hoped they would. You know what? I'm going to bring both of these guys up and then send Burrows down. Oh, we're going to have too many players. We have an extra forward up here. Nico Sturm, go back down. Right, 6, and we could cycle both these guys into the lineup, have them split games. Eklund didn't jump. Okay, 86 overall, and that's fine. Oh, he's a perfect fit with this coach on the first line. Okay, that's good. Who do we have in the AHL? Bordello only went up to a 78. I wish he jumped more. Ozzy Weissblatt might turn into something. Cardwell. Okay, you know what? He can spend another year in the AHL. He's listed as a fourth line forward, but he's only 78 overall, so I don't want to stunt his growth. So I'm going to leave him there. Alright. Okay. And Bemstrom jumped up to an 81 instead of an 80, so that's good. Alright, let's go through the lines. See how everyone fits with this coach. Best lines. Okay. Eklund. It's going to be on the first line. We're moving him down. Duclair's up there. And Michelli's up there as well. Okay, Michelli's the only one that's not a perfect fit. Can we get a better fit? No. Okay. Let's take Kunin out of the lineup. I'm going to put Zadina in full-time this season. He still has that low top 6. Lindblom's already 28. Would he be a better fit? Nope. Okay. Alright, so that's going to be our first line for this year. Bertel's almost a perfect fit on the second line. So this coaching scheme works out really well. We just have to find a better coach which has the same scheme. Bovilia doesn't fit on this team, and neither does Kubalik. Or how does Warren Fogle fit? He doesn't fit either. Zetterlund's up to an 84. Wow. Ooh, so we want to get him some more ice time then. So we get the +1 with Barabanov there. We get a +2 with Bovillier and Barabanov with Hurdle. Can we get any higher? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Bemstrom. Don't want that -1 there. We don't have a center in the bottom 6. At all. Huh. You know what? I might just have to eat that -1 because Bemstrom has 75 face-offs. Put him beside Kubalik and Zetterlund. And yeah, we'll just throw a little back at center on the fourth line. Yeah, so we're gonna have to make a trade for fourth line center. Or we take Zadina out and put Kunin in, because I think he's decent at face-offs. 75. How's Lindblom? Yeah, I think Zadina comes out of the lineup. We have to put Kunin in. And he gets the +1 there as well. Yeah, I think that's the best we can do in terms of lines. Yeah. I don't think Bovili, Kublik, and Fogel, our offseason signings this year, are going to be on this team for long, considering they don't really fit the scheme. Bovili, we might keep around until we find a better fit with Hurdle. Kublik and Fogel are likely gone sometime mid-season. LeBanc is also trade bait, because he does not fit in the bottom six with this coach, and he's not making a lot of money, so we can move him as well. Defensively, how are we looking? Forsling's a perfect fit with this coach. Alright, so he's staying around long term. So is Killen Addison. That's awesome. Benning. Ferraro's not a fit. He's better on the third pairing. Okay. Okutiuk fits on the second pairing. Does Thrun fit better on the third? No, they're both the same. But he doesn't fit on the second pairing. So I'm going to give Okutiuk the playing time then, because he's a better chemistry fit with the team, and he's a defensive defenseman instead of a two-way. So put him beside Ferraro. Or we could do that. Nah, I don't want to stunt his growth, so we'll keep him there. And we'll move Ferraro up instead. Him and Benning can be a shutdown pair. Nijov's a defensive defenseman as well. And then Addison can rock it out on the first line this year. Ooh. We get the +3 there. Oh, because he's an offensive defenseman and a defensive defenseman together. You know what? Yeah, we'll do that. Works out. Let's move him there for the one-timer. Yeah, that looks like our defensive chemistry is solid. The overalls aren't great, but the chemistry is great. Offensively, our top six is solid in terms of chemistry and overall. Ideally, we'd have another elite player in here, but hopefully Eklund can grow into that. Our bottom six is going to be a problem. Other than that, I think I'm just going to go best lines again in the AHL. Let me just make sure all the guys we want playing are playing. He'll get in when we have a goalie injury. He'll get in during injuries as well. Alright, I'm just gonna go best lines in the AHL, which is what I always do, and just whoever grows, grows. Usually the best players end up playing enough games. We're gonna keep that. Okay. So I said we were gonna simulate a month in this video, maybe, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. One last thing I'm gonna do is take a look at who needs to be re-signed for next year, just so we know. Zetterland, what does he want? Okay, we could sign him to a really good extension because he jumped up quite a bit. And then Fogel, we're gonna trade. Bemstrom, we might keep him around. He could be a solid depth scorer for us. Goaltending wise, we gotta re-sign both of them. Okay, good to know. Alright, so that's gonna do it for this video. In the next video, we'll probably go all the way up to the trade deadline. And then I'll just take your suggestions on what trades we need to make at the deadline, if there's any players you kind of want to target. Yeah, other than that, thank you for watching this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and peace.